Call center jobs are not for the faint of heart. You can't deal with irate customers, night shifts, quotas. You're out sooner or later. The good thing is, there are things you can do right now to boost your CSATs, reduce your DSATs, as well as the heavy workload caused by long queues of customers. Connect better with your customers and never again miss your monthly performance bonus. Doesn't matter which account you are, whether you handle phone calls, chats, emails, these hacks will tremendously help you. The most common problem that most chat CSRs face is handling multiple chats at a time. When I was at chat support, I was handling 5 chats at a time from 5 different customers with 5 different issues. Here's how I would usually handle it. So I would keep a notepad on a separate tab containing all my canned responses. For example, a statement apologizing for a damaged item, like this one. So if I happen to be chatting with a customer who received a damaged item and I need this template, I would just head over to my notepad, search the keyword, copy it, then paste it on the chat box. Practical, right? But what if I tell you there's an even better way to do it? Let me show you. So let's open the chat and let's wait for the customer's response. Okay, so she received a damaged dress. I do have a template for this, but instead of just switching tab and looking for that template, copying and pasting it, I'm going to do something different. Instead, I'm going to do this. Tabitha is her name and the item is a dress. Insert that, and there you go. Everything's complete and ready to send. Now, isn't that amazing? I didn't have to switch tabs. There was no need for me to copy and paste and Control F. Everything is in the chat box for me. Now let's just wait for Tabitha's response. She's typing. Okay, so she wants to come to the warehouse to return it. Let's just tell her, yes, you can do that. And then why don't I send her the address of the warehouse? And I also have a template for that. But again, instead of going to my notepad, I'm going to do this. Look at that. Everything is ready for me. I don't have to type it. All I have to do is to pull up the template from the chat box and everything is ready. Now let's wait for her response. She's typing. Okay, great. Thanks. So you're most welcome. But instead of me typing you're most welcome, I'm going to do this. Look. So that's a semicolon and W. And let's offer her some additional assistance. Look at that. Let's wait for her response again. Okay, so let's close the chat. And again, I'm going to use one of those. Perfect. Now, isn't that amazing? How did I do that? Well, just download Magical, a free productivity Chrome extension that allows you to speed through support tasks like replying to customers, data entry, and more. You can quickly do that by heading over to getmagical.com. It's a very straightforward setup. Once it's installed, it'll only set up in seconds. All you have to do is to click Add to Chrome, Add Extension, and it's installed. It's pretty easy. And the best part of Magical is it's free and you don't have to pay for anything. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything there is to know about Magical because I think this is the best productivity app that every call center agent should know, whatever accounts you handle. And in the spirit of full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Magical. But let me tell you that I would never promote a product if I don't believe it truly benefits my audience. So now let me show you how to create a Magical template. So after downloading Magical, what I recommend you do is to pin it so you can easily access it. Just click that pin icon and you're good to go. Once that's ready, let's create a template. So just click that to access the Magical workspace, hit create template, copy the template that you want to create, paste it in the box, and let's name the template. I'm going to name it the same. So that's C for chat and E for email. This is going to be useful for agents who handle both emails and chats. It's just easier to pull up when you know that this is for a chat template and this one is for an email template. And what I'm going to do before I save that is to add a semicolon before the name of the template. The semicolon will just make it easier for me to avoid unnecessarily triggering the template when I don't need it. And hit save. And that's it. The template is saved. So now that you want to use a template, there are two methods you could follow to pull it up. The first method is to simply type in the exact trigger keyword, and that was semicolon C underscore under 30. And automatically the template should show up. Now the second way to pull up a template, and which is actually the method I prefer, is by hitting // on your keyboard and then typing any related keyword to that template. And just like that, the template shows up. Or I can type in //30 and I can see the template. Or I can type in any word inside that template. For example, minutes. So I'm typing in MIN and I also see the template. This is the reason why I prefer this method, because it does not require me to memorize the exact keyword of each trigger. But I have to say that the first method is also more convenient for certain conditions. For example, this template, you are most welcome, which I've set only to semicolon and W. So if you use the first method to pull this up, it'll just be faster. But then again, if you're dealing with a lot of templates, it's just impractical to assign a single letter for each template because chances are you have more than 30 templates. So do with it what you will. It really just depends on which you prefer. So that's a very basic template. But what if you want to create another template that allows you to fill out some information? So here's how you create that. So let's say that you want to create this template that allows you to fill in the first name and the item name. So what you do is to access Magical from the sidebar, hit Create Template, copy the template into the box, and we're just going to get rid of the blank because we have something better than that. After that, hover over to the icon on the left that says Insert Placeholders, click it, and then you can add a label. A label is basically a prompt for you to know what goes into a text box. So you can just say first name, or you can say insert first name. And we're going to do the same thing to the item. Delete the blank, replace it with a placeholder, and then click add new. And you're good to go. And just name it, again, starting with a semicolon, C for chat, and the name of the template, and hit save. So the next time that you want to use a template, you can just again hit // and the keyword, and then you're going to see the whole template with the text boxes. And as you can see, it allows you to fill in the form and you're good to go. But what if you don't want to type in the customer's first name manually? Instead, you want the customer's first name to auto-populate as a drop-down in the placeholder, like this. Well, in that case, here's how you do it. So first, what you want to do is to create what we call an info. All you have to do is to access Magical from the sidebar and click the Transfers tab. Click Add More. And now hover over the information that you want to create a value for. So we're going to hover over the customer's name. And we click that and create a label for it. Let's call it Skype name. Click Add New, Save, and hit Done. So now it should reflect under the Transfers tab. But the thing is, we don't really need the last name. We just need Tabitha. So what we do is to click the three dots and hit Split Label. In this case, we just click Add Left because we just need the first name. We're going to rename that. Let's say Skype first name. Save. And another info for the first name should appear. And we're just going to delete the full name because we don't really need that right now. And now what we're going to do is to edit that existing template. So head over to Templates, click the template that you will need to edit, and we're going to delete that to replace it with Skype first name. So the next time that you use that same template, Tabitha's first name should auto-populate as a drop-down. As you can see, Tabitha. So you don't have to manually type it in. And by the way, Magical works with just about any app that you can load in a Chrome browser. So whether it's Gmail, Outlook, LinkedIn, Salesforce, Zendesk, WhatsApp, Slack Web, or even your internal support system, as long as you can load an app on a Chrome browser, then you can take advantage of Magical. But remember to use the web version of the app that you're using. For example, Zendesk. Magical will work with Zendesk Web. So as you can see in my demos, I'm using Skype Web because it loads on Chrome. Now let's proceed to hack number 2, and it's for email support representatives. So the usual problem for email reps is the quota. You're required to answer a ton of emails per day, and if you're not good at typing, it could slow you down even more. So whatever improves your speed is perfect. I'll show you a way to do that. Okay, so here we have Tabitha Ratched, and she's inquiring about the status of her order, and she's unhappy about it. Let's go ahead and reply by hitting reply and using one of our templates that'll tell her the tracking number and link of her order. As you can see, her first name is already auto-populated. All you have to do is select it, fill in the expected delivery date, insert the tracking number and the tracking link. And you want to review it for a few seconds to see that everything fits the customer's inquiry. And everything looks good. And there you go, you're ready to send. And some of you might probably already have software where you can store templates for common issues. But I would say that Magical is still better in that it allows you to customize your existing templates. And if that does not convince you, here's another hack that you won't be able to ignore. Here's hack number 3. And it addresses the problem of not knowing what to say or not knowing how to empathize. This applies to email, chat, and phone support. For example, a customer receives a wrong wedding dress. She's so upset about it. Her wedding is fast approaching, and you want to empathize, but you can't find the right words to say. It feels like the generic, "we apologize for the inconvenience," just doesn't do her justice, just isn't enough. Here's how Magical can help you. Let's say that you already received the photo of the wrong dress, and you're just here to email the customer and assure her that a replacement will be sent within 24 hours. So here's what you do. Open, create template, but this time you're not going to save the template. We're just here to use the AI assist. So here we're going to write our prompt. For example, we can say, write a message to a customer who received a wrong wedding dress. Assure her that "24 hours. Apologize and empathize." Hit generate. So let's review what it says. Dear valued customer. I would just say hi instead of dear. Hi, Tabitha, for example. I hope this message finds you well. No, I'm going to delete that. My name is S. It's showing S because I put as my name. So I recommend that when you sign up with Magical, make sure that you use your CSR name. So my name is Candace from Questron, and I'm reaching out to you regarding the recent issue with your wedding dress. And I would just shorten that. It's quite long already. We are committed to making it right for you, but it depends on you, but I feel like it's just too much. I want to assure you that we are taking immediate action to rectify the situation. I can just delete this and the message would still be the same. A replacement wedding dress tailored to your specification will be sent to you within the next 24 hours. We have expedited the process to ensure it arrives in time for your wedding day. Maybe I would say, if I can, arrives tomorrow. Arrives before the end of the day tomorrow. We have value trust and we'll do everything in our power to make this right for you. If there's anything else we can assist you with, please do not hesitate to let us know. Warm regards, Candace, customer service representative. And I would consider this message ready to be sent. Another example. So here we have Tabitha Ratched, and her message goes, I know this is past the 30-day time frame, but my dog recently passed away. I will have no use of these dog toys anymore. Could you grant me an exception and allow me to return them for a refund? I will shoulder the shipping and will accept a partial refund. I just don't know if I will get another dog anymore. They were never used, I promise. Now here, another way to respond is by using magical quick replies. So here, if the answer is yes, just hit yes, and Magical is writing for you. Thank you for reaching out to us. We are sorry about the loss of your dog. We understand that you would like to return the dog toys for a refund, even though it has passed the 30-day time frame. I don't think this is necessary. I mean, it's quite straightforward. Our message was quite straightforward. You can just remove this. We appreciate your honesty and willingness to cover the shipping cost. We will gladly make an exception. I like that it thanked the customer for offering to shoulder the shipping cost. I really like it. It's quite personalized, I did not expect that. We will gladly make an exception in this case and process a partial refund for you. Please let us know the details of the return process and I will assist you further. Well, I would just delete this and replace it with the return instruction, for example. And I have the template for that. How to return. Insert this and remove the part where I say hi. That's it. And this is the return instruction. Thank you for choosing your company and we appreciate your understanding. This is it. Just delete that. I really like this. So this is ready to send. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the initial message. And let's say that the answer of the company is no. So we're going to click no. Quick replies. Dear Tabitha, thank you for reaching out to us. We understand that you are requesting an exception to our return policy for the dog toys you purchased. However, we regret to inform you that we are unable to grant your request for a refund as it falls outside the 30-day return window. This one is lacking. What I would want is to acknowledge the death of Tabitha's dog. So, because I'm not satisfied with this response, what I'm going to do is to delete everything. And I will access Magical this way. So again, // and instead of selecting one of my templates, I'm going to click Write with AI Assist. And here, I'm going to create a prompt. Tell the customer that we cannot accept her return as it's past the 30-day time frame. She lost her dog recently, so empathize. And then you hit enter. Magical is writing. Okay, this is the message. So we're going to change dear to hi. I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to address your return request for your purchase from our store. However, I regret to inform you that we are unable to accept the return as it exceeds our 30-day return policy. Firstly, please accept my sincerest condolences for the loss of your beloved dog. Losing a pet can be an incredibly difficult and emotional experience, and I understand how challenging this time must be for you. Our thoughts are with you. I'd probably put this at the very start of the message. Delete that. And I hope this message finds you well. While we strive to accommodate our customers' needs to the best of our ability, we must adhere to our return policy to ensure fairness and consistency for all our customers. Unfortunately, as the return request was made after the specified time frame, we are unable to process it. Not bad. However, I would like to offer Mrs. in any way possible. If there's anything else I can do to assist you, or if you have any further questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here to help you support in any way I can. Okay. Once again, I extend my deepest sympathy and I appreciate your understanding of our return policy. We value your patronage and hope to have the opportunity to see you again in the future. Maybe just delete that. She could just reply, well, I'm not going back in the future. But anyway, it's a personal preference, but I feel like it's not really necessary to say that. It depends. And that's it. I would consider this message to be pretty good, especially this part. Losing a pet can be an incredibly difficult and emotional experience. I like that. Me personally, it's hard for me to come up with personalized empathy statement and, just jump starting your brain and seeing something similar that you can just edit if you want, or you can just leave as is. Would definitely help you a lot when you receive messages like this, messages that involve grieving. I would consider this message pretty good. After minor edits, you can go ahead and send it to your customer and you're good to go. Now, you might ask, how will this help voice accounts where you have to talk to customers over the phone? Magical can help you perform after call works. If you work for an account where you have to process a lot of requests for customers and these requests involve templates, then you can definitely use Magical for that. Another way this could help you is to create a list of your best empathy statements. On your free time, for example, you can experiment with prompts that help you come up with empathy statement based on the situation. And then you can just choose the ones you like best and then add them to your list and then use them on your next calls. And you can repeat that process until you have a list of empathy statements for most situations like damaged item, wrong item, grieving customer, delayed order, denied claim. So the next time you take that call and something unexpected happens, then you're not frozen and you have something to say. So that is all for today. If you have any questions about the Magical Chrome extension, leave them in the comments below. In my next video, I'm going to talk about how to be an exceptional chat support representative. Once it's ready, I'm going to link it up here or in the description. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.